Join me right now on Kumite TV is Bellator middleweight knockout artist Jordan Williams. What's going on, Jordan?
Hey, nothing much, my man. How you doing tonight?
Good, man. I appreciate your time. I know you're in the middle of training sessions.
Oh yeah, man. Of course. Anything, man. I got your back.
All right. Well, I know you are a carpenter by day, mixed martial artist by night. Could you take me through a normal day in your life?
A normal day. I mean, well, what's considered normal to me? So I wake up around 5:30. I get up at 5:40. It takes me 10 minutes to get up. Let my dog out to go to the bathroom. I got this new little puppy. He's about 5 months old, so I've been taking care of him. And then get ready for work. Get to work by 7 with the puppy. The puppy goes with me, and then we work till 3:30. After 3:30, I rush back home. I'm home by like 4. Get dressed or shower off, get dressed, and then I take my dog to the dog park or walk him, let him get his little energy out, and then I go to training usually from anywhere from like 5:30 or 6 to 8 o'clock at night. We have training, and that's basically Monday through Friday. Saturday is a team workout run. We mix it up, do some things, but a collaborative attempt to do something together on Saturdays, like a sled workout or like a deep hill run. And then go home, make dinner. Or buy it. Then that's usually about like 8:39. Get a little Netflix in or something till 10, and then crash out. Get ready to do the next day. Well, Sunday is my only day off. So training wise. So that's like a normal training routine for me right now.
You seem to have a lot on your plate every day. Why did you decide to get a dog? That's a huge responsibility.
Hey man, he helps me. He helped me open. In the life of a fighter, you always are thinking about yourself. I mean, even when you're thinking about other people, it's like you have to be this way. You have to think like everything that I do, everyone who I hang out with is to better me, at least at this moment for my fight career. Because my window is not only open, it's been open. So just staying like a dog is someone who's not gonna go out and offer me to go out and get drinks, or and that aspect as well. But he also, it makes me think of other people. So in this world, in this fight life where I'm always thinking about myself, I have to take a step back and now this like little dog is dependent on me. So and what I do for him. So it's really like I have to stop thinking about myself for a while and take care of this dog, which is a healthy thing. And but hey, you are not lying. It's a lot on my plate right now.
Well,
I'm probably gonna take him to fight week. He's gonna be in the hotel with me at fight week, just because he's so young. I can't leave, and I have no one to watch him. So he's gonna be there.
Well, I think comfort is a big, important aspect in a fighter's life, and I guess that puppy gives you some form of comfort any time of the day.
Exactly. No, you're right. That's exactly it. I didn't realize. I mean, I knew because I got talked into getting this dog, and it was for free. And he's beautiful. He's a blue nose pit bull. He listens really well. Trained him really well. But and which is like me training him. I train him like I train myself, and that's another reason I got this dog. It helps me realize whoa, man, I might be going a little too hard on myself because I'm going really hard on this dog right now. So it's it helps me not only that in that hard aspect of I'm stressed out and this dog is giving me comfort, but he's making me realize how that some of the uncomfortable feelings I'm doing to myself. So I take a step back on some things. So
exactly. Now let's get back into your fight career. Last appearance in the cage, Tuesday Night Contender Series. You took it on extremely late notice. You got the TKO finish in the 3rd round. Thinking back at the circumstances you had yourself in and the result, were there any frustration after you left Vegas?
Well, I wasn't mad at the Contender Series because I knew that
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up, coach?
What's going on?
I'm on a video interview right now.
Good. It's all good.
I'm on an interview. My coach is checking up on me. But yeah. So the contender series. I mean, I was a little irked that, like, that when, because I was beating him on our feet. I was boxing. He's talking about, oh, he's a striker, and I was just boxing him, and just to the point where he tried to wrestle me, and then something flipped him, switched in my head, like, oh, you want to out wrestle me? Like, I'm the wrestler. So I would take him down. But then I even like heard Michael Bisping say when he was commentating, he's like, man, I feel like if Jordan would have just kept it on the feet, like another 30 seconds to a minute, 2 minutes max, he would have finished him on the feet. Like, that's what I was kind of kicking myself in the head for, is like, don't feel like I gotta prove to be better, like in everything. I mean, the wrestling was helping to my strategy because I did take it on a 5-day notice, and I wanted to drag him into the deep waters where I potentially thought I was. I'm taking a fight on a 5-day notice, so that's also why I wrestled. But I feel like I should have just been more present and seen that I was winning on my feet, and then just execute from there, and then sink that finish in on standing. Because on that contender series, that's what they want. They want that flashy. They don't want someone that can come in on a 5-day notice, I guess, and get a TKO in the 3rd round. That's like not enough for them.
A few months later, you were suspended, you were fined, and your win was overturned to a no contest by Nevada State Athletic Commission for a positive test, right, for marijuana, which is retarded, to be honest with you. Could you explain the story around the whole situation?
All right, so I knew that I was smoking, right, and I knew that there was a big chance that if they test me, because there's even a rule right now, the 300 milligrams parts per million or some ratio like that WADA accepts. So they accept that number, and I've heard from other people from that they smoke. It's different though of how many days before the fight you have to quit. Some it's like the day before, 2 days before, 3 days before. The amount that I partake in marijuana use, like I should probably quit a week out before just to make sure it's totally out. I mean, or not totally, but like within the marijuana levels. But for me, in that situation, it's kind of like it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. Like, so I just took it. I knew I probably just, it might come up positive. I stopped a couple days before, like 2 or 3 days before. So, I wasn't like that strict. I didn't know how I would do on the rules, so I was risking it as well. But next time, to fast forward to the end, I'm stopping, at least a month out, 3 weeks out before each fight. Now I'm not gonna mess around with that. But back to like how I was feeling about that, or explaining that, it's I'm a type 1 diabetic. I use marijuana all the time. Like, that's where people are gonna get mad. Like, one of the number one things that everyone else does is reduce inflammation, and like I have my pancreas is so inflamed that the lymph nodes inside of it stops producing insulin. So I basically have an over-inflamed pancreas like all the time, or to the point where it's shut down. So it's just like, I was like, come on, man. I legit have a reason to use it. I mean, I did my time, like the 6 months. After this fight, my manager's gonna line me up and saying, don't get ahead of this one. But like if things go our way, we have a bigger show already lined, already lined up, like hint, so I just gotta come out here and Bellator, do my thing, and I might, get make my face back and another opportunity around like that part or something, so I just gotta, even though I have every right to use that, to use it, I just gotta like be accountable for my actions before, and just like be ready to follow the rules. So that's like, that's how I felt, and that's how I feel, or that's how I feel now about after that whole thing happening.
Under those circumstances, you're 5 days notice, you have a medical condition, you would think that they would understand and, make an exception for you. I don't understand why they did not do that for you, because that no contest it's a no contest, man. You're supposed to have 3 wins in a row.
Right, exactly. I mean, I still tell people, my brother, people like you tell me that, that's what I have in their minds, and people they'll see the win, they'll see the no contest, even though there's no contest, they'll see the video and see what happened in that. that no contest. But the reason why it's not even UFC that I blame. It's basically they are stuck in limbo and the rules that they have to do, because even though it's Nevada State Commission, it's the California State Athletic Commission, right? It's the state. In the state of Nevada, it's legal. In the state of California, it's legal where I live. But they follow federal law. So, and the feds still call it a Schedule I narcotic. So that's why that's why they're stuck with them. Why they can still call themselves the Nevada State Athletic Commission when they should just be the Federal Athletic Commission if they're going to follow those rules. I mean, it beats me, but I know that that's what they're dealing with, because they lost a lot of fights, and this happened again with the Diaz brothers and other big names that have proven that it's not something that is a problem or should be a problem to the commissions.
Definitely. Well, you get past all that. Now you're back in Bellator, back in San Jose. You're on a stacked card. How good does it feel to get back in the cage near home?
Oh man, it feels good. It's it's like I've been sparring for so long and just training so long, and it's like that's like the closest thing you have to a meal. Feeding, if you consider a cage, the cage like a feast, you finally get to eat and feed and release all that you've learned, but in the meantime you've just been scrounging off sparring and struggling off just training. It's gonna feel real good to finally get some fight nourishment back in my system.
Well, you've been away for 10 months. Has there been any aspect of your game that you worked on in particular with your time off?
Well, ever since I took my last loss, I got, beat on my feet, I got knocked out cold. So, basically my game is just really working on my stand-up. I've been working on my stand-up and my wrestling. Wrestling we always kind of do to make sure that we have, I do keep my background up. But in jiu-jitsu, this guy that I'm fighting, he's a jiu-jitsu artist. He's got 2 wins via TKO and 2 wins via submissions, and so he's 14-1. But so I've been working on jiu-jitsu and wrestling as well. But mainly, man, it's my hands. Just watch out. I'm coming to strike. I'm coming to bang. That's really what my intent's been. It's been working out for me the past 3 fights. So it's I'm just gonna keep it going.
Speaking of your opponent, Deigo Herzog, he is also a guy fighting out of California. Have you had any run-ins with him around the local scene?
No, because I live in San Jose, he lives in Santa Rosa, he lives in San Jose, I live in Santa Rosa, and that's like an hour and a half away drive on good time, so we don't really hang out in the same crowds and all, but it's good. I'm gonna be in his hometown, and I'm down to face him in his hometown. It was the Bellator, the guy I fought, he was a hometown guy too, and I stole his goose egg. So this guy, I'm not. He's probably gonna have a big fan base. He's gonna have a lot of people there. And I do not care.
Herzog, he hasn't stepped into the cage in more than 2 years, which is pretty amazing, right? And he's returning to you, a young slasher. Do you believe in ring rust, especially at the start of the fight?
It's I do believe that there is. It's only naturally that if you don't use, even if you have a great automobile, if you don't use it, the battery will die, or you gotta keep things flowing. But I think it's different for each fighter and how fast the dust comes off. Sometimes some people it's just they land one combination, oh yeah, I got this, or until they get hit with a combination, oh okay, yeah, that's how it feels again. So to really, I don't know how long it's gonna last on him. I think he's gonna be nervous as hell, because I was nervous my first fight back after my 2-year layoff, but and I think mentally I'm more mentally prepared. Hearing that, it's because I know where I was at too before the fight. it was so much relief after I knocked the dude out. I was like, oh my god, like I'm back, like but it's so yeah, we'll see. And I think his last fight was a no contest or something too. So it was I don't know how exactly he'll be feeling.
NorCal Fighting Alliance. Who are some of the coaches you are working with and the training partners that you have been in the grind with during this camp?
Always my head coach, Dave Terrell. He is always there overseeing everything, and he'll catch minutes for us sometimes. He's like always coordinating our workouts. My boxing coach is we call him Jerry, but Geraldo Herrera. He's my boxing coach, also my barber. So that comes in handy.
Fresh.
He's yeah, man. Like so, he's gonna keep me fresh before I walk out. Like it's like two birds, one stone. And then like those are mainly the or there's another jiu-jitsu coach besides Dave is Deigo Herzog, one of his few black belts, and then so yeah, like those are the coaches I'm really focusing and working with on this camp.
I've heard that you walk around near fight weight, so you don't really have to you don't really have to cut too much weight at all. When you see guys, during fight week knocking on death's door to make weight, what are your thoughts? What thoughts are going through your mind?
I mean, for me, it's like, hey man, it sucks. I've been there. I hope you. And if it's the guy I'm fighting, it's like I hope you recover. Like I hope, and not only your body but your mind, because you see him looking at that, but hey man, like it's just I'm just like, well, that's not gonna help you. Like you might have to, when I see him like that, because what helped me is I went up with us being a type 1 diabetic too. I think it was just smarter for me to go up in weight because not only, and then I got knocked out on my last fight at 170. So people were like, oh man, I don't know, are you gonna be able to take those hits at 185? And me and my coach Dave, he's like, we alternate camp decision. He's like, or when I asked him, he was all, man, I think you should 185 is a long time ago. Like I've wrestled at 171 since my sophomore year in high school. So and I'm 28 now. So it's like I'm just now letting my body expand, and my brain. I'm just like I feel like I make the better decisions because my brain is hydrated and other parts of my body are hydrated, not just my muscles. So I can just I can flow and I just seem to make the right decision more than not now at this weight class, and then I walk around in anywhere from 190 to 195. Like if I'm above 185, that's because something happened where I didn't work out that day, or I cheated on my diet a little bit. But I normally walk around 190, 195. Now when I was roofing, I was on the roof summertime, I'd be walking around 182, 187 in that range, because I was roofing all day and then I go to train. So yeah, I haven't really, and since I've gone up in weight, every meal isn't I don't eat it like my last meal. Like when I was cutting to 70, I would weigh about 200, maybe 210 on a fat day because I just couldn't control myself. I would just eat. Like every time I got a chance to eat, I ate, So now that I don't cut as much weight, I don't feel like my body is sporadically telling me just go eat because it knows I'm already I'm not cutting that much weight.
What type of performance do you see yourself putting on for the audience in attendance?
I see myself, first and foremost, like I said, it's every time anything can happen, any performance can happen. You can step on something or tweet something or just have a bad zone in, even though it's 10 pounds, and it not do well, or mentally just hit a brick wall. But I don't see that. I see my performance being on point, technical. I'm not gonna chase the knockout. I'm not gonna let him chase for the submission. What was hand him. I see myself executing my game plan, and I see it every fight I see myself I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. It doesn't matter with the record. And then I go in there, and then they take a hard punch. Or oh, okay, this guy's tough. Or they punch me hard. Oh, this guy's really tough. This is good. That moment I might have, it might happen in any fight. You realize that hey man, this guy is also a warrior, a trained warrior to come after me. But I really, I feel like I'm just Sorry. Like I said, I'm in this hallway, man. I'm in this hallway. There wasn't that much movement, but yeah, I see my execution being brought out. I see like probability is to be a knockout, and I like to go. I'm a numbers man. I like to run with the numbers. Numbers say knockout.
All right, one last thing before I let you go. You're from California. Music and sports go together. What can you recommend to your fans? What's in your car when you're, driving down the street? What are you bumping?
Oh man, shoot. I mean, honestly, when I'm feeling like fight mode, like kind of like I had some intense like or like some intense rap. Like it's got to have some like cussing and the N bomb dropped a couple times. So I mean, it's like just kind of thug stuff. And then also, but just as important, I was thinking about walking out to this next song. It's called "Moment" by Kyle. It's kind of like him going through like, hey, this is my moment, this is my time to shine. This also songs like that just reminded me that this is my time, baby. Like, I gotta go. I gotta do this. Like, this is it. Like, don't hold back at any part of this game. Not training, not the fight, not diet. Like, just go, just do it. Just like man up. And so like kind of music's like just motivating music. Also to my fans, sit down and watch motivational videos. That's a great thing that helped me going. There's some great compilation of different motivational speakers like E.T., like Earl Thomas, and people like that. And I really recommend that could be. I have some of those scattered throughout my playlist. I'll be like, listen to a song, boom, motivational speaker come on, and then I'm like, okay, that's right. So yeah, I those are my recommendations. Like, get those in your earphones playing like today.
All right, man. Well, April 27th, Bellator 220, San Jose, California. Jordan, I appreciate the time and good luck to you.
Hey, my brother, I appreciate you hitting me up and getting this interview and helping me get some exposure over there on the eastern side of the world. Tell all my people in Korea I said what's up.